Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I hope you're all doing well. This will be a general collective reading for my audience and subscribers. Before I started this reading, I heard Michael Jackson's song, Blame It on the Boogie, I think it's called. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the boogie. This is from the Off the Wall album, I think. So you guys are being compelled to have a good time, to enjoy yourself. I just can't control my feet dancing, moving around, traveling. Also, listening to your dreams, paying attention to your dreams or your intuition or your subconscious is telling you to move. It's telling you to shake things up. Okay. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Blame it on the good times. Blame it on the bouquet. Receive. You're being asked to be open to receiving universal gifts. They could come in the form of love, money, compliments, healing energy, and universal wisdom. Know that you're worthy of these gifts and open up to them. Give and receive. Interesting. It's a reciprocal relationship, a reciprocal connection to the universe. As you give to the universe, you'll receive from the universe. So what are you giving the universe at this time? One of the best feelings we can experience is giving to others. As you give, you also receive. When we do so, we feel lifted up and our lives improve greatly because of someone else's happiness. Think of one way you can give to another today. So if you're giving from your heart, out of love, out of compassion, then you're going to receive some sort of compensation. It could be financial, spiritual, psychological, emotional, all this stuff. So okay, some of you guys may have an issue with receiving abundance, feeling deserving of abundance. So you're afraid to give because you don't know how to receive, or you may give too much and you receive too little. Be open to receiving universal gifts, not just monies, but information, insight, knowledge, relationships, friendships, things of that nature. What's going on with the collective? What's happening with you guys? No, wrong deck. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moonlight. Don't blame it on the good times. Blame it on the bouquet. Okay. I just can't. What's going on with the collective? What's happening with this give and receive energy? Important message for the collective, please. Ten of Swords. Everything is fine. The Devil. Why are some of you holding on to these false ideas? Something is not accurate. This is the everything is fine card. This is not the same as the other Ten of Swords. Hold on, let me just get this together. The Ten of Swords and the Devil. Now, in the surface, this could be holding on to, no, I'm sorry, I got it. There's a fear of betrayal. There's a fear of you getting betrayed, of people stealing your ideas, of people using you, of people copying you, whatever. That's a fear you have. And that fear is preventing you from giving your gifts to the world or sharing your gifts with the world, because you don't want people taking words out of your mouth There's a fear that you're going to be taken advantage of or used or backstabbed by the people, by your own words, or people taking your words and using them against you, or someone's taking your ideas, stealing them. That is a fear here. And because you're afraid of that, you're not as generous with your words. And so you can't receive the universe's gifts or abundance, whatever that is for you. There's a fear of being misquoted, used, taken advantage of, lied on, your words being taken out of context, your words being used against you, the words being used against somebody else, your ideas being stolen, all this stuff. That's the devil. Fear of sharing and giving, so you can't receive if you're afraid to give. Your abundance will come from you giving unconditionally. Don't worry, yes, there are going to be parasites and leeches who take your ideas and use them for their own enrichment, but those seeds are being planted, and you will at some point reap the harvest, or some harvest or reward for what you're putting out. The reward could be financial, it could be status, reputation, it could be this. Okay, some of you guys are living in a very small world. The world is very small. Like, you're afraid of branching out, or you're afraid of being seen. But at the same time, your ideas are very valuable, and people want to steal them. So there's a fear of being betrayed. Like, okay, there's so much going on here. If I open myself up to the world, I'm going to be betrayed, backstabbed. And so I'm going to hoard me. I'm going to hoard my energy. Pluto and Scorpio. I'm going to hoard my energy. Pluto in the 7th, Pluto in the 8th, Pluto in the 2nd, Pluto in the 5th. I'm going to hoard me to prevent other people from taking advantage of me, of using me or something like that. This is not useful. There's a fear of losing your power by giving yourself to the world in this way. But that's not true. You won't lose your power. You actually get more power. It may not seem that way initially. Let me get rid of this card. It shouldn't have been here. It may not seem that way initially. But over time, you'll start to see that you're receiving blessings and abundance for giving yourself to the world in some way. Let's continue. Hold on. Let's continue with this. Let's shuffle. Thank you. Yes, 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 yes. Do I give myself to the world, or do I hold back? How much do I give? This like juggling between giving and receiving. Breadcrumbing, giving little bits and pieces of yourself. What's going on here? This is affecting you financially. You can't grow financially if you are operating from a mindset of, if I give too much of myself, I lose my power, I lose my autonomy, I lose my freedom. Knight of Cups. Pisces energy. The Pisces is about connection to the collective consciousness or unconscious. This is about sacrificing yourself or giving yourself to others unconditionally. And you're kind of toggling between these two realities. Do I hold back, or do I give myself indiscriminately to people who may have evil intentions or whatever they are? Right? Some of you may be asking yourself, how can I ensure that whatever, some of you guys are trying to control how your gifts are being used. You're trying to control how they're expressed and how they're used. Who uses them for what? You can't control that. Not in this day and age. We're in the age of Aquarius. So Aquarius represents dissipation of energies, the dissipation of control. It's not about the self or the ego. It's about the collective consciousness. So you cannot control how other people use your gifts, for better or worse. So you have to make sure that whatever you're giving them is nutritious, so that even if they try to make poison out of it, it will still work for their benefit. It will still help or assist in some way. Let's continue. Two of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. Very interesting. The Hierophant. Yeah, a teacher, a leader, somebody who's an educator, very wise, very knowledgeable, well respected, well regarded. And here we have a bunch of cards that came out, and two of them are upright. I'll take the ones that are upright. That is the Four of Cups and the Temperance card. Rejecting one's destiny, blessings, Magicians here, Chariot, Four of Wands, fighting oneself. Okay, so we have these cards that came out, the Hierophant, the Temperance, and the World card. Temperance is about reconciling these two oppositional forces, the Two of Pentacles, the ego and the spirit, the ego and the collective, the self and the collective, the 5th and the 11th house. How do I merge these two together? Four of Cups is resistance here, pushing away opportunities to collaborate with others, to build with others, to share your ideas or energies with other people. Something here is being pushed back on or resisted. There's a fear here. But somebody is a Hierophant, whether they want to be or not. And they're here to teach the world something. But they have to reconcile some of the conflicts or contradictions within their own psyche. They're resisting themselves, even pushing themselves away. Clarify the Ten of Swords and the Devil, please. Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy. This is a teacher, again, a traveler, a leader, someone who's confident, who's bold, who's daring, who's a warrior, spiritual warrior. Four of Wands, home, family, community, stability. Okay. Happiness. Someone is afraid that doing this is going to upset the apple cart. It's going to disturb their life in some way, disturb their peace, change their life in radical ways that they don't want to deal with. But they don't have a choice. With the Hierophant, World, and Temperance card, they don't have a choice. That's why the Devil is here, because this is such an important path, destination, destiny, lesson, destination too. Path, destiny, purpose. You don't have a choice in the matter. And if you continue to resist, the crucible will become more unbearable for you. Whatever crucible you're in, psychological, emotional, spiritual, is going to get more unbearable. Clap for the Hierophant and the Four of Cups. I'm going to find out what you should be doing. What this is about, I'll get a finances and career card, a purpose card. Hierophant and Four of Cups, please, for the collective. Sorry. Let's start with the Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Knight of Cups. What's going on here? Clarify the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, please. Two of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. What are we doing here? Two of Pentacles and Knight of Cups. Don't blame it on the sunshine. Don't blame it on the moon. So this is like being controlled by spirit. Spirit is guiding you to do something, and you're resisting it. This could cause mental and emotional and spiritual and physical sickness. Clarify the Two of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups, please. The Chariot, moving towards your destiny. Star card should be here somewhere, or it's somewhere in the mix. Ace of Pentacles. New opportunities. So we have a decision being made to go towards your life purpose. 2 to the 1, not to the 3. This is something that you know you should be doing. Making a decision. Okay, I'm no longer going to hold back on the wealth of resources that are within my soul, within my mind, within my body, whatever. I'm not going to hold back anymore. I'm going to go towards my destiny. Chariot, all these major arcana. You were born to do this, whoever this is for. You're holding back a gift you have within your heart or your soul because you're afraid of being, you know, people stealing it from you or people using you or whatever. If it belongs to you, then they can't take it from you. What's going on? Clap for the Hierophant and the Four of Cups. Let's find out what will happen if you decide to do whatever this is you're afraid of. Hierophant, Four of Cups. Please clarify for the collective, please. Hierophant and Four of Cups. We have Wheel of Fortune. Thank you. This is your destiny. This is your fated. This is fate. Page of Swords. Communication. Teaching. Learning. Two of Wands. New beginnings. Yeah, right. Giving and receiving. Six of Pentacles. Giving and receiving right here. Some of you don't believe that you are worthy of that, or you know enough to do that, or you're good enough for that, or you're chosen to do something significant with the Hierophant being here. You could have 9th house placements in your chart, 3rd house placements, 11th house placements, Gemini, Aquarius, Sagittarius energies in your chart that are very, very, very pronounced, significant. North Node, 10th house, midheaven, Pluto in these placements as well. Pluto conjunct the North Node. What's going on with the World card and the Temperance card, please? Two major arcana. King of Swords, Aquarius energy. Yep, Age of Aquarius, Three of Wands. 3 is representing Jupiter energy, teaching, education, wisdom. Opportunities coming from that. This is an objective, rational person who is on their square. They know what they're talking about. They have information. They have insight. They're a source. They're an expert in their area. So perhaps you'll feel more confident once you spend more time learning things or try to educate yourself. Page of Swords. Reading more books. Research. Speak about what you know about, not what you don't know about. What do you know? Do you know what you know? Are you assuming people know what you know? People want easy access to information that they don't normally have access to. So it's like they may not want to read the book, so that you can tell them about the book without them reading it. Things of that nature. Are you synthesizing information? Are you providing a synopsis of what's going on? There's alchemy here. Alchemy representing like learning how to transform or transmute different energies. So changing mediums, converting something from a book format to a verbal format, audio, video. Like someone has a gift of doing that. Converting mediums of communication into a language that's easily digestible or accessible to the masses. This is alchemy, synthesis, Sagittarius energy. Like being able to take large, complex concepts and simplify them for mass consumption. Reading a textbook about, I don't know, philosophy, and making it applicable or relevant to the common man, to the layman. Someone has a gift for doing that. Converting mediums or information from one format to another. Multimodal communication. Multimodal instruction. Convergence. Okay? Conversion, and convergence. What will happen with the collective if they go towards their life purpose, and they ignore or they overcome their fears? What will happen if they decide to give and receive the abundance that's within them and then that's within the universe? So it's like you have to reconnect with the grid of the universe. There is this exchange of energy. You're holding your energy back. You're hoarding it, and you're not going to receive abundance because of that. So as you give, you shall receive in some way, shape, or form. 10 of Wands. Lots of opportunities coming your way. Lots of opportunities. It can be overwhelming because now you're an expert in your field. You're the source of information. This is what you could be afraid of dealing with. People looking to you for guidance and leadership and support and you know, what's going on? 10 of Wands. What would happen if the collective gives and receives in abundance? We have Queen of Pentacles. Lots and lots of financial opportunities. This could be multiple sources of income. King, leader, someone who's sexy, attractive, confident, powerful, a creator, creative. These two energies are actually compatible because fire and earth are about building, right? Breathing life into a creation, spirit and form, giving form to spirit or spirit to form. I just can't control my feet. This is going to become really big if you do this. Really, you become really popular or famous, giving spirit to form or form. You're actually helping the universe. They want you to do this. It's not about you. The universe wants you to help them give spirit to form or form to spirit. So they can't. We're here for that purpose. We're not here to hoard the information. We're here to express the information that God is giving us and sharing it with the collective. We're becoming God's voice in a sense, or the vessel for God's voice. So we are the vessel that is encapsulating the Spirit of God. All this fire here. This is within the vessel. Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. But this is just any human being, a person in general, has this ability. Okay. Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands. This could be a relationship with the person, but I don't see it as that. I see this as different manifestations or expressions of this person's consciousness. We go from knight to king. There's an elevation here. So it's like, wow. You become more powerful. Magician is popping up. So you go from 10 of Wands, being overwhelmed by all this, to the Knight of Wands. This is movement, passion, purpose, confidence. You're being able to like juggle these wands more effectively because you're using your energy, and you're using your energy in a way that's aligned with your purpose. Your North Node, Pluto, 11th house, 11th house, 9th house, 6th house, 5th house, even maybe even 2nd house, midheaven. You're using the energy in that way. So it's like you're learning how to control or channel or transmute or direct your energies in a productive way that will create abundance for you and other people. So right now you're here, oh, I'm overwhelmed, all this stuff. You'll receive some support from the universe and other people to help you organize this and create resources or wealth or opportunities from the platform that you're generating or you're creating, or from the knowledge you're sharing with people. It's like people want to buy in. Business investments, business interests. You may end up getting like a TV show or famous because of this, or what you're sharing with the world. What's going on with the collective? Let's continue. Huberman? Isn't there a YouTuber named Huberman? I haven't seen him in a while. He's very popular. Huberman. Is his name Alex Huberman? I forgot his name. He was like a podcaster talking about science and medicine. What's going on with the Queen of Pentacles and King of Wands? 5 of Swords. You're second guessing yourself, doubting yourself. There could be gossip, haters. People will be talking shit about you, trying to steal your ideas. That will happen. I mean, this is the internet age. It is what it is. But you'll be protected from that. They're not going to be able to F you over to that extent. The more they steal from you, the more popular you become. Inadvertently. So they think they F you over, but they're not. They're actually helping to make you more popular because people will want to find out where these ideas are coming from. Who's the source of these ideas? And it's not the person stealing from you. It's not. So them stealing from you is actually making you more popular. Just see it that way. This is your time. Jupiter is in Cancer. If you have a Gemini rising, Cancer in the ascendant, Cancer in the 10th house, Cancer in the 6th, Cancer in the 2nd house, Cancer in the 8th potentially. This is your time to do this. Cancer in the 11th house. Let me find out financially what's popping for you guys. What's going on financially? All right, let's see what's happening with you guys. What's happening financially? If you decide to do this in any capacity, if you decide to step into your power, into your purpose, into your path, your destiny, your future, what's going to happen? How is this going to affect you financially? What is going on? What do you need to be doing? How is it going to affect you financially? What's going on? Scribe, a writer. You have a great talent for writing and content creation. Your words are powerful to influence others that you can use to bring income. I mentioned this earlier. The Hierophant, teacher, 3rd house energies, 9th house energies, 6th to an extent, 5th house, 11th house. Stand alone. There's an opportunity to do things on your own. We go from the 2 of Pentacles to the Ace of Pentacles. You have done projects that have led you to become independent. Financial freedom is yours. So this is a writer, content creator, someone on social media, writing books, writing blog articles, a Substack, YouTube channel, podcast. What's going on? What else? Scribe. Perspective. Your viewpoint about money is changing positively. It's time to see the bigger picture and growing your finances. Your values are affecting your decisions. So what are you valuing more than anything else? Do you value privacy? Do you value freedom? Do you value money? Do you value security? Do you value what? So your values are affecting your decisions, and we have skills. Investing in your skills is a great way to generate money. You can provide services using your expertise to build a stable income. You have that already. So you guys could be a creative writer. You guys could be sharing your perspective about the world, social, politics, education, relationships. Okay, what is the nature of the content that you guys can be focusing on or should be focusing on? Nature of the content. Let me try with this card. Should I use this deck? What's the nature of the content you guys should be focusing on? It doesn't really matter. If you're a writer, you're a writer. It's interesting. Competition. Summon courage and self-confidence. Okay. Tiger energy. Did Tiger come out earlier? It came out for, I think, Gemini earlier. The Tiger. Go with the flow. Just let things happen. Okay. So it's not specifying. You have to go with what I guess everybody else is doing. If, there are content creators talking about a topic, maybe you can offer your perspective on things, not taking words out of their mouth verbatim, but perhaps offering a different perspective about what's going on. Competition means that you have to work well within the medium that you're using. So if you're trying to become more popular and to have more people see what you're doing, you have to think about this as a competition. And some of you guys don't want to do that. You're like, well, why compete for what? Right? But this is the age of Aquarius. And Aquarius is about large groups of people. How are you going to be seen among these people? What are you doing? Right? So go with the flow. Let things happen in competition. Whatever you feel compelled to talk about it. But don't copy what somebody else is saying. Offer your unique perspective using your language, right? Using your diction, using your whatever, your vocabulary, your style of writing, your tone, whatever you use. Do it the way you want to do it. But just do it. What's going on with this? Let me get an archetype card. Not the ones I've been using. Hold on. Let's give a wisdom of the oracle card. There could be a competition, an opportunity to compete to see who can give the most helpful or useful information. Make that the competition. Not just about numbers, but impact. How are you helping the lives of people around you? Wisdom of the oracle. One card, please, for the collective. One more card and we're done here. Am I hungry? I don't know. Milk and honey. This is prosperity. Get one more. This is prosperity coming your way. Get one more. No. You know what? No more. Because this is a really long reading. 51. Number 51. That's number 6, which is Venus. This is money, values, relationships, harmony, balance, love, beauty, and things of that nature. 51. Okay. I knew it was going to be long. We just need one card. Essential meanings. The taste of prosperity. Opportunities born of authenticity. Your unique voice. Your unique perspective. And that's what you're afraid of letting go of or sharing with people because it's so sacred to you. It belongs to you. And you're offended by the idea of someone stealing something that belongs to you. But it doesn't belong to you. It's God's voice. This is not your voice. This is the voice of God speaking through you. The taste of prosperity, opportunities born of authenticity, nurturing abundance, trusting that your needs will be met. And you don't trust that. You don't trust that if you give, that you'll receive. You think that you're going to be stolen from or robbed of your abundance. That people may become more famous or successful off of your... I've seen that happen. I've seen content creators create content and then people steal their ideas and then they become more popular off the ideas that they brought the person. But again, that doesn't mean that the person who was stolen from is not getting something of value from that experience. Okay? It's kind of like what happened with Kevin Samuels. Kevin Samuels became popular talking about relationship advice, and there was this guy named Alan Roger Curie who was upset that Kevin Samuels used his talking points to become more popular. But Kevin Samuels' popularity made him more popular at the end of the day, because when Kevin Samuels died, he filled in the void until he died. So they were both talking about the same thing, but Kevin Samuels had the energy to bring him to that next level, right? And so Alan Roger Curie was able to benefit off of the investment he made in Kevin Samuels later on in life. So he filled that void. It wasn't a long-lasting success because he died at a young age, but so did Kevin Samuels, right? So that kind of happens. I've seen it more than once. The oracle's message: you've entered a sweet time in your life, enjoying the land of milk and honey that everyone wants to experience. It's an interlude that feels more languid than ambitious, when all your senses are awake to the unlimited possibilities in the universe. These times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone, wearing the world as a loose garment, not wanting yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Both tangible and subtle. Some of you guys are focusing only on the tangible impact, the amount of money you'll be making or the influence, right? But the subtle impact could be, you becoming popular because of other people stealing your work. Or you're creating a platform for yourself. You're creating an avenue for yourself. The person who's stealing your work from you is actually creating an avenue for you. You understand what I'm saying? So these times are precious and only come when you're in your authentic zone. 5th house energy, wearing the world as a loose garment. 11th house energy, and way, not wanting, right? Ten of Swords, the Devil card. Not wanting, yet able to be nourished in ways both tangible and subtle. Abundance is an energy that you are a living part of. Giving and receiving, it's natural. As you give, you shall receive in some way, shape, or form. The people stealing from you are actually making a lane and avenue for you. If you don't know that, that's their job, to take your stuff and use it to build their thing, and then use that. And then at some point, they're kind of building the highway for you. Relationship message. Sensuality, connection, and passionate romance between lovers. Sweet moments of understanding and love among friends and family are all here for you to savor now. Your heart's calling will be answered. Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet and gratitude with, Let your thoughts and feelings be sweet with gratitude, and you will be nourished with the honey of abundance. This is not the Ten of Swords and devil energy. That's not this either. This turns into this over time. And you will have people trying to bite and steal and hate. That's par for the course. But understand that they're biting and stealing and hating for your elevation, for your platform. If you're afraid of that, right? What happened with this? This happens a lot in music. When somebody samples an artist's music and that song becomes popular, the artist being sampled can now make a lot of money, and he's introduced to a whole new generation of listeners because somebody sampled their music. Similar to that, you have to see it that way, okay? But you have to be in it to win it. Prosperity message. There is only one authentic you. This version of yourself is spirit's emissary to the world. When you're in alignment with the truth that you are a unique expression of the divine, perspective and scribe. Didn't I say that this is God's voice speaking through you? Your ego can rest and your soul can illuminate your purpose. Now is the time when you're seeking your true north node. When you find this direction, you automatically step into prosperity and the world brings you evidence of abundance. Miracles are a choice and a way of seeing the world. Perspective. With every choice you make right now, you have the potential to seize good fortune and embrace your destiny. Opportunities will lead you to your best life now. Be open to them. Wherever Jupiter is in your chart, Jupiter in Cancer is in your chart, that's where the opportunities are lying from now until June of next year. Be open to them. You're getting a sweet taste of what you want. Protection message. A nameless unease compels you to turn to pleasure and comfort as a means to escape what's really going on. It works in the moment, but only fleetingly before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted. Didn't I say earlier that as long as you keep avoiding what you're supposed to be doing, the crucible will become more intense? This pain, anguish, whatever you're going through. Did I say that for you or somebody else? I don't know. Before the feelings return and you need to re-up until you're exhausted. 10 of Wands, exhaustion. 10 turning to the Knight, into the King, into the Queen. 1, 2, 3, 4. Aligning with purpose. Transmuting this energy into something that is tangible, practical, useful, applicable, material, using discipline, consistent effort, right? Confidence, wisdom. Feeling worse than before, the crucible, you may continue struggling. 10 of Wands, 7 of Wands, 7 of Swords, and 5 of Swords. That's 3 of Swords. There's, listen, you have to know this is what you're supposed to do, no matter what anybody else says. This is what you're supposed to be doing. Or you may see the light and choose to surrender to spirit. Basically, acknowledging and accepting that your voice is not yours. It belongs to God. You are a vessel that is used to express the love and the voice and the knowledge and the intellect of God. You think it belongs to you. It's not yours. Sorry. Now is the time for practicing extreme self-care. Queen of Pentacles. If you can, do so before you engage in behaviors you'll regret later. You are so loved and so cared for. Feel compassion for yourself. Turn your troubles over to the divine for healing. 10 of Wands, Knight of Wands, King of Wands, Queen of Pentacles. That's all that counts right now. Okay? That's all that matters. This is the number 6. Number 5 and number 1. This is also change and doing things your own way. Being a leader, independent, at the forefront. Right? Taking charge of your own life. Through change. This is Mercury's communication. So sharing your voice with the world, okay? Doesn't matter what it is. Relationships, current events, politics, writing books, fantasy, novels, doing whatever you got to do. But using your pen. Mercury is being activated here. Okay? All right. All right, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Thank you for listening. Look forward to your feedback. Please like, share, subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon.